Right, let's get this kicked off then. So, as again, a song of advice from Fire fans, it's Grant and James from EAGT Miniatures bringing you the final episode of Ye Chats for 2024, and it's been emotional. And James is feeling extremely emotional because he went and see the new Lord of the Rings. How was it?
Terrible. So disappointing. But it's very controversial. There are people out there that have really enjoyed it. I'm not going to knock them. So if you enjoyed it, awesome. I'm really glad for you. I hated it. So there we go.
Nice.
So yeah, that was a crushing disappointment to the end of yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate. If you don't start being a bit more festive, I'm gonna be really upset.
Well, that's fine. Today's a new day, right? And we have some cool stuff to talk about for 2025. So let's go for it.
We certainly do, mate. We certainly do. We just post out some links while we wait. So we're a bit late getting on tonight, but that's only because I'm all sorting out all the assets. But I think I did it quite well, to be honest. Yeah, I think this looked quite nice. We'll see in a minute.
Yeah, it should be good. I think you sent us a few over in our organisers chat, and they are pretty good.
Yep. Right, let's get stuck into it then. So I think what we need to do today is as what the thing says on the screen. So we're going to go over a few bits. So I think it's important to reflect on 2024 and what we've achieved as a channel and as an eventual events organizer and part of the community. Because I feel like we had a very clear goal of what we wanted to do moving into 2024. And I think we've pretty much achieved everything that we really wanted to. And we'll go over some of the peaks and troughs as we go through this episode. But so just to outline that, and we're going to go through some of 2025, which 2025 is already looking like an extremely busy year for us. And also just a little update on the East Anglian Grand Tournament because that's selling really well, and we'll start cracking down on some of the details and some of the frequently asked questions. So on the strength of that, so 2024 to 2023 and the 2023, we decided that we were going to start running some more events, some more irregular events. So not we used to obviously the bunk used to do them every single month. We wanted to do them less frequently, but try and push the capacity of what we could fill in our club. I think I certainly believe that we've gone from strength to strength, right? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think the big thing that we wanted to bring back is got to a point where we had game bloat where we were playing almost too much, and the game kind of started to stagnate for quite a few people. They started playing other systems, which meant the interest dropped. It was in a time where we were kind of waiting for an update that sort of never seemed like it was ever going to materialize. And then I think the first thing that you looked at doing was the no coin, the league, right?
Yeah.
That was the first thing. And obviously accompanied by Match of the Fray and theme side of it, that it was designed to be fluff and fun and not be too serious, really drew people back into playing the game in the way that you did the list reveals, and we did lots of shows about different things. Really kind of kicked off a new vibe. Yeah. And with that vibe came running some more events, and I think that's where it kind of it's picked up from there, and it's just gone from strength to strength, really. And the main thing that we wanted to instill was that the events would be regular enough, but not too regular, to keep people's interest. But also there was a heavy centre around we all getting together and having a bit of a laugh for a day, and it being serious enough, but not too serious.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the community was guilty in that we got so focused on the competitive side, which it is a competitive game, and playing competitively is entirely the way that we should be playing this game. But we started running purely the same lists just to win games, and I think we lost sight of the IP. And I think we've definitely brought that back by just making the game a bit more fun and playing and open up new forms of um, a competitive play, if you will. As you say, the league was really good. The match of the Fran stuff was awesome. We'll go
Yeah, I
back.
think like
Going.
the turning point, like for me there, because I was in that kind of group where it was games were getting a bit boring. And you know what? One of the league games I played Dave Toon, and I brought
He's a
the
prick.
Siege of Astapor. Yeah, we know that, but I brought a Siege of Astapor themed list, so it was a mixture of all random Targaryen stuff all thrown into the mix, and he played an entirely Karstark army,
Mm.
and we had a great time because they were both thematic. It was just silly, and it didn't matter who won. We just rolled dice and had a laugh, and that for me was the kind of turning point to go. Actually, do you know what? There's some really good things about this game that we need to get
Yeah.
out there a bit more.
Yeah, and I definitely think that when we picked up some of these events, we started running with these events, that translated across the board, and I think we've definitely drawn a specific type of player to our tournaments. Um, and I'll say that because Dan Gilbert has just entered the chat, and people like him, they are competitive gamers. They're really strong competitive gamers. Isaac is a really strong competitive gamer, but they don't play in a way that it felt as oppressive as the Mance 2021 build. So it was quite interesting from that point. And I think definitely the community that we're contributing to. We haven't built it, we're contributing to it because there's a lot of people contributing to this awesome community that we play in. Um, yeah, I think it's been great. I think it really has been good. Um, so I'll put on screen. So these events that we've run in 2024. The top left is where we started Battle of the Three Swords. That was in Chelmsford, followed by the second Battle of the Three Swords. That was in Hatfield Peveril. And the second one, we actually started pulling down people outside of um, in fact, let me go back to the first one. So the first one, we actually started building bridges with the Hornchurch Heroes, right? That's when
Yep,
they started coming
correct.
into our scene and started playing in our tournaments. And that they've been a great bunch of guys to hang out with in 2024. They've been represented at every single one of our tournaments at various different levels. But definitely, they've been an absolute pleasure to have on board. So that's where that one was. Um, And the second tournament, the top right, the Battle of Three Swords, when we played down at Hatfield Peveril, that then brought down Psychosti, Robbo from the Warns of the Northwest. And again, that was um, something completely new to these tournaments, bringing in people from so far away. I mean, Steve and Robbo left the house at like 2 o'clock in the morning to get down to this event, and then they stayed the night in Chelmsford, and we went out for drinks and food and stuff, and it was great. So I think it definitely shows that what we're trying to do is attractive to gamers, right?
Yeah, definitely. But again, I think that is the community vibe that I mean, we have already, but we've tried to make that thrive, and there's a more emphasis on about people coming together, rolling dice, and having a bit of a laugh rather than just it's all win, 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 must win, must win. And yeah, obviously there are prizes and that kind of stuff. But that's one when we discussed, and obviously we're talking about the three swords stuff at the moment. But when we come around to LGT, that's why there was an emphasis on the entry prizes. Just you got something just for being there, and
Yeah,
that's kind of the kind of style we were trying to push. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, and then we were rolling in there into the obviously the first event, Daventry,
yeah.
which sold out in, you'll tell me, very quickly.
Yeah, within 2 weeks, it was sold out
Yep,
completely.
yep.
That was obviously that came from Carl. Carl said like there used to be loads of games running in Daventry, and we should look into that. Carl then took the reins and went looking to find out the contact details of the people that were running it. We couldn't find any. They've now obviously come out and we're speaking to the old tournament organisers up there, and they're starting to run tournaments again up there, which has been great. Um, but for us, it proved that we could come outside of the bunker and run some events outside of the bunker and to sort of see where that might lead. And I think we were well out of our comfort zone going up into Daventry. It's a TO's job is a TO's job. We obviously streamed the games, but it was a whole new bunch of people. It was great because it just opened up what we could do and the people that we were meeting at these tournaments. And this is the first EAGT event that Brian McGonigal turned up to, which was great.
Yeah, definitely. No, Brian's great. He's a good laugh. He's a great player. So it was really nice to see him.
Yeah. And obviously at the bottom right, I mean, there's been stuff in between. Obviously, Warfare was a good event. The Welsh GT was a great event. I'm not saying that from any form of bias at all.
Of course you're not.
It's not my fucking fault you come second, is it?
Hey, listen. You're lucky you still got those tallies that they haven't fallen out down the M4.
Sorry, got a cold coming. So yeah, so loads of cool stuff happened. And then obviously we ended the year on Battle of Three Swords. We did play obviously UK Nationals, which I'll put up in a minute. But we played the last one was the Battle of Three Swords in Chelmsford. That was our 30-player event, the biggest event that we've run in Chelmsford, as the Chelmsford Small Council, and we sold it out, and that was another great day. It wasn't without its technical difficulties, obviously, which we won't get into, but it was another great event, and it sort of proved that the sky's the limit when sort of arranging events.
Yeah, and I was really pleased. Well, obviously we arranged an evening social after that, and I think at least half.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think at least half of the player base that came to the day came out for something to eat and a couple of pints afterwards, which was really nice. So,
yeah,
and it wasn't just the Chelmsford guys. Obviously, the Hornchurch guys came as well. So
yeah.
Jacob and yeah, a few others. So it was really nice to see a few other faces come out and have something to eat with us.
Yeah, and this is obviously as well. This is the first Chelmsford event that the Wardens of the South attended. Brad obviously came up on his own. We had, had a great. He had some great games. He came to the after thing afterwards, and he left his house. I forget, but 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he walked back through his front door at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So no, it was later than that. I think I
Yeah,
didn't
no, I
walk
think
for.
he left at 4, didn't he? And he got back about 1 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, I think yeah, it was about 23 hour
Yeah,
day he did, but that
yeah,
was that was Brad travelling down, and then from that point we then spoke to him and brought him on into the EAGT to sort of build some of his events down there, which we'll get into in a minute. Um, but again, throughout all this, we've had the bunker, and I think you'll agree that it's very, very important that we make sure that we do thank the guys from the Chelmsford bunker for supporting everything that we've done within the Battle of the Three Swords and within the bunker events, because 9 times out of 10 our events are, I would say, probably 75% bunker guys, and we've filled the rest up with new people, and that's always been something that we're very lucky to have, that we can build a tournament based on what we have locally, and then just basically build on top of that.
yeah, for sure. And it's great that it's all the familiar faces. They're all the kind of guys that you want to play games against. They're a great bunch, um, and everyone is always coming up with new ideas. And it's an evolving community, so it's not just the same thing, rinse and repeat each time, which is also quite nice as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's got a real good vibe there.
yeah. Obviously, the biggest thing that we did last year was the UK Nationals. Um, so it took a while for me to to work out if this was right for UCATs. It's probably the sort of the biggest leap of faith that we took as a trio of people, was as a four person group, I guess, with Steve. It's we had to contemplate whether or not it was something that she wanted to do, given how important this event could be for the song community. And I think we did it, and there were some times where I sort of felt like my feet were giving out from underneath me, but I definitely think we made the right choice by taking it on. I think we made it. Well, I know that we made it a success because people were really pleased with how that went.
Yeah, I mean, it really reignited my passion for this game, and I mean, I was lucky enough to get a game in as we had a buy on day 2.
Yeah,
But the rest of the time, obviously, I was just wandering about and just kind of soaking in the atmosphere. And there were some really great games being played. There's lots of people having a really good time. And yeah, there was a few tense moments, but for the most part, like there was no arguing, there was no squabbling. And given an event of that size, you sort of expect to kind of see that, in patches here and there, when it gets a bit tense. But there was none of that. I
yeah,
mean, you've only got to look at the top table streams, and obviously we know that Isaac did incredibly well.
Yeah,
But all of his opponents had a great time,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's what we want.
100%, mate. 100%. So that was that, and obviously, we have committed to doing UK Nationals 2025. We're yet to put details out around that. We're going to talk a little bit around it as we go through this stream. Um, but that was 2024 in a nutshell. But let's look to the future. So we've had some great success coming outside of our comfort zone. We talk about Daventry being the first time that we come out of the bunker. We then sort of made it our intent to grow the scene across the south and the southeast. We started with Blood Over Highgarden. That is now sold out. Saturday the 18th of January, we sold that out. I was really pleased with that. That did sort of stumble out the gates, but eventually sold out, and it's got some great people turning up. Then we had the Battle of the Chain Stag 2, Vengeance of the South, which is our second event in Daventry, so we're doing that in April. Again, that is sold out, and that sold out as a 16-player event. Then it sold out as a 22-player event, and then I sold it out as a 24-player event. So it just goes to show you the community's there, right? It doesn't. I'm going to get into a list of the different events that are going on, and it's not a complete list. It's just the ones that I had to hand when I was typing it out. It will show you that the community is not short of having an event to attend. So if you want to play the game, there's plenty out there for you to play with. Um, Bottom left we have Rise of the Salt Throne. So this is obviously our first event we're going to be running with Brad and the Wardens of the South. This is our
Yep.
Greyjoy themed event. Mate, the artwork is fucking awesome. That poster. I'm a bit gutted really that it's Brad's. I hope he don't get banners made up of it because I'd fucking steal the banners.
You could see that, couldn't you?
Sorry, mate. Sorry, I've got recovering from a cough. Then obviously bottom right we have Into the Lion's Den, which is our attempt at trying to well, it's not entirely true at all. It's Peter Bid's attempt at trying to get the Norwich guys playing again. So we're running this one in conjunction with Aftermath Gaming, Peter's club. You're actually taking the reins on that one, so yeah,
Yeah, that should be good ones. He's got a solid player base of guys over there playing the game semi regularly, but there's no kind of, I'm going to call it organized play.
yeah,
So it's actually a really interesting situation because Peter's sort of said that competitive gaming wasn't necessarily the kind of vibe in their club, which we totally get. So we've tried to build an event that will be more about an organized day of playing some games. And yes, it will be run on stats, and yes, there will be an overall winner at the end because that's how these things kind of work. But the main focus is getting all of those people into the same room together, having hopefully playing some players that they haven't played before, and really kind of building a good vibe in their community. So that's the focus of that one.
yeah,
So and the venue is awesome. Like it couldn't be more thematic. It's in an old stone church in the hall there. It's pretty cool. So it's gonna have a really good vibe.
yeah, 100%, mate. Um, there is potential that it's going to clash with another event that's going to be coming up, but I think the demographic of the events are different enough that I think it shouldn't cause a problem, and they're definitely far enough apart from each other, like geographically as well.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think that will be a problem.
yeah. Obviously that event hasn't been announced yet, but once that has been announced, we'll pick that up. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's some great stuff to look forward to there. Um, and we have got one more event and this is, you guys, this is completely new. The artwork hasn't even finished yet. I'm still getting the arse on whether or not I like the dragon, but there will be a new event coming as well, the Siege of King's Landing, which is an event we're going to be running alongside the guys from Steadfast. Um, so this will be a London-based event. So we've got the venue there through those guys that we can use. Um, and we're going to be that's going to be the event we run in London. So that's obviously one that we're missing at the minute is a London event. Jacob Bailey is running one, um, which will be great. Jacob's a great guy, and we're going to be looking to run some events around that. But we'll make sure we give his event room to breathe before we start announcing and selling tickets for this one. So lots to be excited about, right?
Yeah, there's the calendar is absolutely chocker, and that isn't without whatever other things pop up
Yeah.
around
Well,
and about. 'Cause obviously, you've still got a couple of other clubs that will still do their own kind of thing.
yeah. So let's
Yeah.
just talk about the schedule then. So on screen now, I'll put a list of some of the events that are coming up in 2025. I've stopped it at UK Nationals, so there are events that have been announced after UK Nationals. Um, so this is just what is in the build up to it. They're not all definitely 100% confirmed. Before I get into that, let me quickly dip back into the chat. So we've got Carl, great community in Daventry. Yes, the great players up in Daventry. Uh, How's it going, Paperboy Jay? Cheers for joining us again, mate. Always a pleasure to see your name popping up. And Naz, all the events I've attended this year have been great. Cheers, mate. Obviously Naz was a relatively new player to Song, but he's been a great part of the community, and he even let me beat his Boltons the other day with my Starks, which was quite nice of him.
Right.
Yeah,
Very good of him.
very good of him. Right, so the calendar
Did you high
2025.
five him all the way through the game?
Yeah. Oh, Apple Tower. Um, So just look at the events on screen now. So this isn't just our stuff. So you've got January 18th, Blood over Highgarden, which is our event in Kent. You've got February 9th, you've got the Southern Grand Tournament in Poole, which we will be streaming for Brad. That's not a EAGT event. That's uh, Warren to the South event, but we're just going to come in and do some online stuff for him. March the 1st and 2nd is the Welsh Grand Tournament. March the 16th, there's going to be another Battle of Three Swords, Chelmsford. Um, Sorry, what I should be doing as I do this is Blood over Highgarden Kent is sold out. Southern Grand Tournament is sold out. Welsh Grand Tournament is sold out. Battle of the Three Swords, we haven't done anything with that yet. We're speaking to Paul about what we're doing with that. March 20th and 30th, Carlo's Invitational, which is essentially like the World Championships for. Um, See Dan's comment in the chat. Boltons don't lose, Grant. Don't lie on stream. Sorry, mate. Yep. Sorry. He threw the game though, Dan. That's all it was. Um, Yeah, so Carlos Invitational on the 29th, 30th. Then we've got potentially the first Siege of Kings landing on April the 10th in London. Then we've got April 27th, we've got Battle of Chain Stag 2, which is sold out. Then we've got May the 25th, we've got Into the Lion's Den. Tickets haven't gone on sale for that yet, but they will be going imminently. On the 28th, 29th of June, we've got East Anglian Grand Tournament in Thurrock, which is we've sold over 30 tickets for in the space of just over 2 weeks now. Tom Whitworth in the chat. Yeah, sorry, mate. Which one was you? Quickly shout out which one your event's name. We had it in the front of the fucking stream as well, didn't we? I had it as part of the intro. Sorry, mate. Apologies. I'll make a new one up just especially for you. Yeah, East End Grand Tournament. So yeah, in space of just over 2 weeks, we've sold almost half the tickets. So I'm really pleased with that, especially given how close it is to Christmas and people's reluctancy to spend money. So from the bottom of my heart and on the strength of um, or on behalf of all of you cats, thank you so much for supporting us in doing this and getting those tickets early. I have said if we sell all the tickets by the time the early bird runs out, I'll give away 2 starter sets um, randomly live on stream. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. We'll get
Nice.
into that in a minute. Yeah, it is nice. You're right. I mean,
It is nice. Yeah.
I'm taking out your wages though.
Well, that could be an interesting conversation, couldn't it?
Don't talk about it. Right, then we've got on the 19th of July, the next Battle of Three Swords. Again, that needs to be booked and built, but that's the intention to run it then. 24th of August, Rise of the Salt Throne. That's the first. So this is the first event I'm running with Brad, but there is an intention to run one earlier in the year as well. We're just waiting on locking down a date for that event. But at the moment, the 24th of August is where we want to be running that one. And then on the 26th of September, we've got the EAGT Invitational. Now that's an interesting thing because I haven't actually spoken about this yet. Obviously we have. So I'm going to reach out to tournament organisers and work out the champions for all the big events such as the Southern Grand Tournament, the Welsh Grand Tournament, the Northern Grand Tournament if that goes ahead, the East Anglia Grand Tournament, and get the winners of all the Grand Tournaments together for this Friday night invitational at UK Nationals and play an ultra competitive tournament um, on a Friday night. And that is alongside. What did we agree we was going to do? Yep, alongside that, I mean, we ain't got to commit to it now, but was it an ELO event for everyone else?
I think we threw some ideas around. I think we will gauge what people's interest for, because one of the feedback we got from last year was some of the guys that travelled up or down, depending on where they came from. There was nothing on the Friday night because a lot of people still turning up and doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we were looking at potentially an ELO. Maybe we do something with a theme. Don't know yet, but there will be something. So
Mm.
even if you're traveling down with one of your pals who has been fortunate enough to get a ticket to the invitational, there will then be you don't need to just sit on the sidelines and cheerlead your buddy on. You can actually play in
Yeah.
something else that we run alongside it.
Do you think if Brian's lucky enough to get a UK invitation invite, he'll bring Steve along to hold his second army?
Oh God, do you know what? I would pay money to see that. Steve dressed up as Brian's squire.
Awesome. Obviously, 27th, 28th of September, which is the weekend after that event, we'll be running the UK Nationals again. This is going to be capped at 70 this time. I wanted to put a cap on it because I wanted to sort of be able to put us in a position where we can have one undefeated player running over 6 games rather than the 7. Tom in the chat. So the 1st of May, the event in Leonardo's Games. It's a themed event which is almost sold out on the reserve list, but going to be loads of rules and scenario tweaks for the theme. That's a massive shout out to Tom. He does some great tournaments, and his prize support
Le-
is second to none.
that's Leeds, right? Isn't it?
That's right, yeah,
Leeds. Yeah. Yes. I remember. Yeah, the prize support for the Leonidas event is amazing.
yeah, 100%, 100%. But I will be making this list complete, and I'll add all the events in here, and I'll try and put it somewhere so everyone can see it. Maybe a Discord somewhere. I know that Aaron from DMG's got an active Discord where he puts all the events. Anyway, right. So that's the schedule. As you say, it's only up till September, and I know there are events already. 11th of May, not the 1st of May. Where'd you get that wrong? Oh, that's me. That's my fault. Right. Right. So that's that. There's lots more to be announced. In between those events, there's already events being run in between those events, and there's already events being planned after those events. So if you want to play song, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff. I mean, obviously, down our way, I imagine there'll be some more plastic thrones from Tom at. Oh God, I've just lost the name of their store off the top of my head.
Cryptic
Cryptic
Cabin.
Cabin.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yep. So I imagine they'll probably slot in a few one dayers in
Yeah.
between the schedule as well. So that's a good day out if anyone can make it to one of their events.
Yeah. Plus, doesn't Pascal run event every now and then as well?
Yeah, I think he had to cancel his one for this year, but yeah, if he does another Battle in the Woods, that was really good. Me and Carl went to the one last year, and it was a great day. Their venue is really cool. The gaming club is essentially it's in an airsoft field, and they've
Nice.
got some log cabins on the side where they set up all their tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Cool venue. The food was outstanding. They have a barbecue all year round. Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
it. As called for Whispering Woods. That's it. Is that what it was called? Chris, Carl, sorry. It was Battle of the Whispering Woods.
It was that, yeah, because that hasn't
Yeah,
hasn't Cage
was
got
that, weren't it? Yeah.
a dice on it, hasn't he?
Yes, he's got their club logo on the dice.
Nice. Cool. So that's
Yep.
the schedule, mate. Next up, we're just going to do a bit of a chat about the East Anglian Grand Tournament. So, as mentioned before, it's 28th to 29th of June, Thurrock Hotel. Tickets have been selling really well for this, and I know there's a good like 10 people waiting till after Christmas to buy tickets as well. So I'm hoping that we're going to see that spiking after Christmas and hopefully be sold out well in advance of the event, which would be incredible. Means we can actually work out where to put this money that we've taken from the ticket, so we can make sure that everything's paid for, the event's paid for, and that we can get all the price put in nice and early, so that just a case of doing some cool chilled out content leading up to it. Um, we haven't announced much for this event yet, which is also crazy. That it's great that people are supporting us despite not even knowing the game modes yet. But we will talk about the game modes on the next episode because it's important to get those done. I think, despite the fact season 6 looms. So if you are sitting on the fence about EAGT, definitely do get your tickets as soon as you can because they are selling really quickly, um, and it's promising to be a really really good event. Um, yeah,
Yep.
you got more
We
to add
were
to that?
Yeah, well, obviously we've mentioned a lot so far about like the social element of this, and we are working on a few bits in the background,
Hmm.
which we'll probably announce closer to the time what we're going to do. But yeah, there's a few ideas being thrown around to organise something, so that'll be good.
Yeah, and basically the idea being for us is what we're hoping we can do is basically, you drive down on the Friday night on a Saturday morning, park your car up, and then you don't get back in your car again until Sunday night when you drive home. And anywhere we need to go, we're hoping we'll be able to provide stuff to get you to where we're going. And obviously, you just enjoy the social aspect of the game because I think that's something that Wales do really well. And to be fair, the Northern GT as well do really well. Is that social side of the game, and I think that's really important to make sure we connect with that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, cool. So then that leaves us with so one of the main things that people have been talking about is the hotel. So you've been
Yep.
working hard in the background to give options because I think the Thurrock Hotel is getting really close to basically selling all its rooms because everyone that buys a ticket is buying a ticket to the room as well. And it's important that we give people options to be able to get somewhere else because you want to be able to socialise the evening or not have to travel that far for the event. So I'm going to let you take over the hotel bit here while I go and blow my nose because I'm sounding quite bogey-ish.
Lovely.
You right with that?
Yeah. Did you manage to do the map?
I will, mate. Yeah, but for some reason, uh, apologies. Um,
All right. Well, I'll fire away anyway. So essentially,
right,
in
hold on. Right, so hold on.
oh come on.
Start with what is this? This is Premier Inn, mate. Do the Premier Inn first.
Okay, so you have two choices for Premier Inn um, in the area. There is a Premier Inn that is opposite the actual Thurrock Hotel itself. So it's super close. You can pretty much, as you see on the map there, you can literally just walk there. Um, the room price starts at about £76 per night, depending on what it is that you want. Um, So most of their rooms again are a double, and they do them as twins. So again, that could work out if you want to split the cost with somebody else. Um, and then there is a secondary hotel in Thurrock, which is Thurrock East with Premier Inn. It's a bit more expensive because it's actually pretty much on top of where Lakeside is itself. That's the one that's kind of right next to the shopping centre. So it's a little bit further away from the venue. In fact, it's probably the furthest away.
So where
That's £84.
where we
Oh,
where so mate, I'm back now. So do you need me to change to the Thurrock, the Travel Lodge? We still Premier Lodge, Premier Inn it?
no, that's Premier Inn Thurrock East.
Okay,
So obviously this is Thurrock West. So literally on the other side of Lakeside, there's another Premier Inn. Um,
let's look it up.
but
Yeah, there we
it
go.
is more expensive.
Yeah, it's a bit more. It's a quarter, 3/4 hour walk. Is that right?
Yes. It is, yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's right on the other side of the shopping centre.
Oh, okay.
But if Premier Inn's your thing, then yeah, there is a secondary one. Yeah,
Cool.
it's all that's it. It's all the way over there.
Nice. Yeah.
Um, so and that's £84. So next you have got Travelodge, which is again quite close to the venue. Now I'm fairly sure. Now I actually went on the Travelodge website, but I'm fairly sure that if you went to Booking.com or one of the others, you probably get it a lot cheaper. Because Travelodge is coming up at £94 a night.
Oof.
Yeah, which is expensive for that weekend. But that's the one. Yep, it's that one. It's in fact it's probably more expensive because it's actually inside the M20 quote unquote M25 services. So you probably pay a bit more for that anyway.
Yeah.
But that's that one, and then your fourth option, is the Ibis.
Ibis.
Ibis, yeah,
Let's find it. IBIS.
yeah, IBIS. That's it.
Budget West Thurrock.
That's it.
Yeah. There you go. Carry on.
And that is it's £81 or £73 with a membership, whatever that means. I've never stayed in an Ibis, so I can't really help. But basically, it's 80 quid, and most of the rooms look like they're twins. They're twins or doubles. So again, if you wanted to share with someone, you could bring the cost of that down at £40 each a night. So,
Nice.
um, but Ibis is yeah, you're kind of budget level hotel.
Yeah.
But when you're going to be out for 95% of the time, it doesn't sort of really matter.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. So I was blaming those. Did you speak? Did you mention about the Best Western Hotel? Yeah.
Nope, I did not because I'm pretty sure we'd already done this on previous streams. But yeah, if you stay in the actual hotel itself, it's £75 for a double or a twin room. When you book it, if you want a twin, you just have to let them know and see that they organise all of that. But it is by far the easiest and the cheapest option.
Yeah. No, obviously right on top of right on the doorstep of the tournament as well. So literally roll out of bed and
Yep,
straight into your games.
that's the one.
Um, Brian's mentioned in the chat as well that Travelodge get 3 adults in a room, so you can share and reduce costs. So yeah, if you're chosen as part of a group, that'd be great. Um, there'll be more benefits to coming to the tournament in a group of people as well, which we'll go over in another stream as well. But it's something that we've done in other tournaments. The best in club finish as well. Cool, sweet. So is that are you all covered then for that?
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Obviously, the prices are going to fluctuate depending on availability, and they might be cheaper closer to the time. Obviously, but it's better to book in advance. If you can afford to do it early, book a room at the actual hotel before they're sold out. Is my advice. If you're traveling from afar, get it in and get it booked up.
Yeah,
And then again, as we said, the next closest hotel is the Premier Inn. That's opposite. It's just a little bit more expensive.
yeah, cool. Um, so that leaves us with just a couple of little things really. So Squires
Yeah.
of Ice and Fire, you've now got your Brothers Without Banners. Um,
Whoop whoop.
um, that's a life size picture of you in that card, isn't it? It's good that we can
Oh,
make the
yeah,
same joke over and over again and it still be fucking really funny.
I need to sort that out. Yeah, it's on the to-do list.
Nice. If you can find a mountain to
I'm
stand
just,
on like that, that'd be good.
I am just really worried about sending you a selfie. If I'm honest,
Yeah,
I'm not sure what I'm going to get back.
dick pics.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um, so yeah, so that will be coming very soon now. We're just going to I think get Christmas out of the way and then we can rock and roll with it. Um, but just on the strength of you having get Robert Banners, we are going to start filming fighting pits again. We're starting this Sunday, filming three battle reports that can be edited and released every couple of weeks. in the newer format, which I'm looking forward to doing because we haven't released a battle report in a while, and I'm invested in some new cameras and stuff to try and make it as good as it can be. Some high quality battle reports, and we're gonna do the Squires vs Fire alongside it. So that is something to look forward to. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yep. I'm looking forward to doing some new hobby stuff. So that's going to be cool. New stuff
yeah.
to paint, new style. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and that's obviously that is a major part of this series is to track the hobby side of it as well. To really do some cool stuff with hobby and get people infused to play. And I encourage people that once it goes live that and I'll put a proper statement around it, but to join us in doing it, like grab a starter set and build your armies with us and paint your armies with us. It'd be really cool to start getting some pictures sent across of you doing your armies at the same pace that we are. It'd be really cool, especially going side by side with people and then turn up to a tournament and then running that army and being able to be part of watching that army grow, which is really cool. Um, yeah, and the last bit of big news that we had was Dead Meta Gaming are back. I did a
Yes.
post about it because it really excited me because people that have played and know the Dead Meta Gaming guys. Um, this is great news for the community because they are a huge part of this community. If they come back in the same volume of numbers that they had in 2023, the scene's in for a fucking roller coaster ride into tabletop wargaming for Song of Fire and Fire.
Yeah, they're a great bunch as well. They really are.
Hmm.
They're a right good laugh. So it's nice. It's nice when they all come down together and yeah, and it's nice when they don't all come down and play each other.
Yeah, but
uh,
that's the thing with them, is that they were able to run fucking 30-man events on the back of their own club at one point.
yes, yeah, it was mad.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's good to see them back. Um, yeah, there's some real good guys there.
yeah, awesome.
Um, yeah, it's good. I don't see Aaron. Aaron's been popping up in the community and stuff. It's great to see him about as well. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
100%, mate, 100%. All right, cool. Well, that's pretty much us covered for today, mate. It wasn't much to talk about, but I just wanted to do a bit of a review of the year, which I think we've done. Look forward into 2025, which we've done, and yeah, give people an update on the EAGT and hotel stuff. And we'll go over game modes next time, and we'll start ramping up content leading up to it. Hopefully, in January, we'll have some other big announcements to make around the competitive community.
Yeah,
Cool.
in theory, we might see an update in January time,
Yeah,
right?
I've heard February, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's usually
imminent.
around that time, isn't it? January sort of slash February kind of time.
Sorry, mate. So not
Um,
just dying. It's all right.
can you
Yeah,
do it quieter?
I'm trying to, mate. I couldn't find the mute button, mate. I've really embarrassed myself there. Cool.
Yeah, no. So we may well see an update early part next year. So that'll get some enthusiasm going as well.
Awesome.
Not that there's really an awful lot to change.
I think so. I think the game's really balanced. I think we're dangerously close to having to chuck it up in the air and start again. Because when a game gets too balanced, it's, they have to start releasing more content, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, obviously, yeah, but we've got in theory tactics is supposed to drop sometime next year, so that will have a massive influx of new stuff.
Yeah.
So that will probably have quite a big effect. But yeah, and that's all. Like the entire community needs to cross their fingers, hope, and pray that they fix Berserker tactics. And on that note, I'm out.
Well, thanks to everyone for their support this year. Whether you're one of the Hornchurch heroes, or one of the Steadfast guys, or one of the Wardens of the Northwest, or Wardens of the South, the Sherwood brothers, um, the Cryptic Cabins, the Colombian Hippos, the Microwave Express Train, wherever you're from, whatever club you're playing in, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for continuing to play this game. Um, and have an absolutely amazing Christmas and a great New Year. And we'll see you in the new year with some new content. And cheers for your time, James, mate. Always appreciate you coming on and having a chat about stuff. Have a great
Yeah, no
Christmas.
worries. Thanks for having us. Yeah, you too. Have a good break.
I'll do best. Oh, and also, sorry, I should have shouted out as well to the guys from the Dice of Leadenstall as well, because they've been travelling around a lot playing tournaments. But yeah, if I forgot your name, it's not because I'm an arsehole, it's because I'm tired and a bit of an arsehole, but mostly because I'm tired.
Sure.
Cool. Right.
Yep. Cool. All right. Thanks, Ron.
Merry Christmas all. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon.